1, 2, 3.
Hello, we're Distant Nerds.
Violet Del Rio says, where's the most random place a K-pop song has popped into your head and which song? There's a lot of places, honestly, because I always think of K-pop songs in my head all the time, so maybe at work or like school or something like that. So it's just random everyday places that I think of K-pop songs or like have K-pop songs pop into my head because that's the genre I listen to. So
I thought it was really funny in Justice League that they showed a clip of As If It's Your Last by Blackpink, which is our theme song on the channel. So I guess that was kind of random. Other than that, I will like hum K-pop songs while I'm playing video games and just doing everyday activities because they all get stuck in my head.
I was sitting on the toilet thinking, just thinking, and all of a sudden, boom. Pretty sure it's pretty obvious why I thought of that.
G-Beans, oops, I'm late for the QA train, but I'll try anyway. Any favorite hobbies to do? Any songs of any genre that you would like to recommend? Out of the K-pop you've reached to so far, which group do you like the most? I look forward to more reactions and covers. Thank you. That's all. Thank you for looking forward to our reactions and covers. So my favorite hobby these days is Overwatch. I play Mercy the most and I'm gold tier. Any songs or any genre? So I would like to answer the two questions together. So my favorite genre is to listen is rock and Latin jazz. Rock, Latin and jazz. And there is a band that has all three kinds of characteristics of mixed together is Angra, A-N-G-R-A. It is a Brazilian band. They play metal songs, but it also has some foundations or some characteristics of jazz, more likely Latin jazz.
I like to lift weights. I'm a bodybuilder. And I just like to watch TV, you know, just watch K-pop videos. Hang out with my friends, definitely. I love hanging out with my friends because, especially like close friends, you know, the people who are on the same page as you. So when you hang out with them, it's like, it's lit, you know. Do you have any favorite song or artist at the moment you would recommend others to listen to? It really depends on taste, but there's a lot, honestly. I couldn't tell you guys. In the K-pop world, I couldn't really tell you guys because there's a lot of great artists out there in K-pop. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know it. Like I love FT Island, I love Day 6, I love I love a lot of groups. I don't know, like it's really hard to recommend because there's a lot of good ones out there. I had to give you a whole list, you know?
I like to sleep and I also like to make music and sing and just wallow in self-pity and hate. No, I'm just kidding. And I'd eat pizza if I could, but I don't want to because I want to maintain my abs and all. Any songs of any genre that you'd like to recommend? If you haven't listened to Pink Floyd's album, The Dark Side of the Moon, it turns out that it all connects. And if you want, you can sync it with Alice in Wonderland, and it's like one really big music video. It's really insane. Out of the K-pop you've reacted to so far, I listened to BTS, I listened to Dreamcatcher, NCT, Big Bang, FT Island, Twice, Block B, Shiny,
Twice.
Oh yeah, did I say I listened to Twice? Yeah, I listened to Twice.
Literally like my entire life is music, so I'm always like if I'm not in school for audio engineering, I'm like sitting here in my bedroom playing guitar and writing songs and editing songs that I'm already working on and stuff like that. And occasionally I'll play PlayStation 4, not Xbox. I just got a PlayStation, so that's fun. But that's about all I do with my free time. Second, do you have any favorite song or artist at the moment that you would recommend others to listen to? All of the artists that we've reacted to, One OK Rock, which group do you like the most? That's a really tough question. I like Twice a lot and Dreamcatcher. Those are probably my two favorite groups. I also enjoyed BTS a lot. But honestly, I like all of them. Shiny, of course, is fantastic. I enjoy all of them. So I don't know if I have a favorite, like a #1 favorite, but Have you checked out any other K-pop songs, groups, bands, solo artists outside of the reactions? Yes, and I honestly could not tell you the like artist names, but I often click on like related videos to some of the stuff Kevin sends me, and typically I'll just like, if I find a group that I like that we've reacted to, and if Kevin gives me the green light and is just like, yeah, we're not going to react to them anytime soon, or if like they don't have any new songs out or whatever, I'll go and like check out an artist's, like just basically their whole catalog if I like them. So
yeah, I have quite a story for that one. You know, Kevin and I were talking one day, and he showed me Stellar, Cosmic Girls, and 4L. Kevin just put like some really sexy shots, like just 3 from each or whatever. Just put them right here, and it was difficult to maintain composure. I didn't know how to react, and I'm glad I wasn't reacting because I was just like, oh, sweet Jesus, okay. Oh man, it was crazy. I was just like I was freaked out. I didn't expect that from any kind of K-pop groups, because I know like it's a lot more conservative in those areas. Supposedly, that's what I hear over here. I'm just an ignorant Westerner that hasn't been there yet, but I mean, that's what I've heard. So I didn't expect it. I was mad though. I can say that much.
Through Fizzer, I don't know how to pronounce that, but another one for me. For Kevin, who is your G from Bias? Yuju. She's my love. I love her voice. She's beautiful. She has nice legs. Yep, Yuju. I love her. Soma 2020 says, how did you meet them and become friends, or became friends? Story time, story time, story time! Alright! I'm gonna have a field day with this one. So anyways, how I met Adam. Let's start with Adam. I met Sebastian first, but I want to start with Adam first because, fun fact, Sebastian and Adam are my online friends. I never met them in real life. It's just a shame that I met in real life because he goes to my university, or went to my university. So I met Adam through his best friend, David. I used to do heavy metal covers, like screams, like deathcore and stuff back in my old YouTube channel. Scream is my era if you guys are interested. Anyways, David and I used to collab a lot, or not a lot, but he and I used to collab, and this was back in 2010. He and I did a cover together back in 2010, and then like years later we came out with a mini album, like a EP, like a heavy metal EP. And his best friend Adam, which you guys know, heard it and loved it and added me on Facebook. And then he and I became friends, and then I found out he loves Asians, and then it was awesome because like I showed him some K-pop beforehand, before Metalheads reacted to K-pop, and he was like, oh my god, they're so hot. He was a Japanese fan first. Like, he loves Japanese culture, and he learned Japanese when he was in high school, and he listens to J-rock and J-pop. So when I got into K-pop, he was like mind blown. He loves the girls, he digs the music a lot. So, and we were actually playing Miracles in December cover like a few years ago actually, but he's been busy and he had a girlfriend, and it's like he was never able to get around to actually doing the cover, and he finally got time this year, or like late 2017, like several months ago. He was able to actually do Miracles in December, and we got to do it with Sebastian and Shane. So I guess things happen for a reason, you know? And now how I met Sebastian is he was actually a fan of my old YouTube channel. So fanception, because a fan of mine has fans through me, so fanception. But he added me on Facebook and I talked to him a couple times, but I haven't really talked to him like that much. I only talked to him a couple times, but I needed new members for Metalheads React to K-pop, and I hit Sebastian up because I know he was a metalhead, and I was, oh, I forgot about Sebastian. Let me hit him up. He was down, and he and I became close friends. It's because of this series that Sebastian and I became close friends. So thank you guys. And how I met Shane? Well, I met him at school. That's really it. Like, we were talking about Korean culture, Asian culture, you know, and then one day he mentioned that he sang, and I'm like, oh, you sing? And I wanted to hear it. And he showed me a cover he did at a karaoke, and I was listening to it, I'm like, oh my god, you're so good. And then we did a cover together, and then I finally got him to do Miracles in December, and that's how we became Distant Hearts. So And that's how Distant Hearts formed. And Adam and Sebastian became friends through Metalheads reacting to K-pop as well, so awesome.
What K-pop songs changed your mindset about a certain genre? Ooh, I can't say it changed my mind. No K-pop song really changed my mind about a certain genre because like the only genre I typically don't listen to is country. I don't really vibe with it. But yeah, I pretty much liked everything I've heard, and all the genres I'm at least okay with listening to, you know? So, yeah.
I mean, I listened to pop music before K-pop, but K-pop has given me like a different outlook on writing music, for sure, because everything is structured really in just a cool way. It's like I didn't realize there was so much good music out there. I'd only heard a few K-pop songs and listened to mostly like American music and Japanese. I knew there was a lot of great music coming from Japan, but yeah, it's weird because most of like the good music nowadays is like unknown artists. You know, pop music has become kind of like, it's kind of the same everywhere, but K-pop is super different, super cool, so it definitely changed how I look at pop music, I guess.
Back in high school, I wasn't really into like pop music that much. So when I heard like Shiny 21, I wasn't really into like the R&B aspect or like the pop electronic aspect, you know? But it grew on me. And because those genres grew on me, that made me appreciate American pop a little bit more, and I got into like more American pop music. So I think probably like EXO or something like that, because EXO had this R&B feel and stuff, and it made me appreciate the 90s again. Because I did like the 90s style music, but it took me a bit to actually get back into it.
And then question 2 from Lacey Demon. It's a really cool name, by the way. Have you listened to groups or artists from other parts of the world? Can you recommend some of your favorites? Yes. So I've already recommended One OK Rock, and I don't know why there's been lots asking for recommendations, but I can definitely recommend some more like cool bands, I guess. I listened to like, I studied Japanese for 2 years, and so I listened to quite a bit of Japanese music. But another one of my favorite Japanese bands is Ryu, which is, I probably mispronounced that. I haven't spoken Japanese in a while, but it's like LYU is how you spell it, and they honestly, I haven't heard a song from them that I didn't like. They're a really fantastic group. They're kind of like Japanese punk rock, but elements of like emo, not really emo, but like very alternative, and a little bit of elements of punk, and just, I don't know, it's really cool alternative rock music.
In terms of pop music, I mean, Despacito. I like that. I mean, in terms of like not many people know, there's just one Hispanic artist that I actually got into a little bit, Jesse and Joy. They don't have the typical reggaeton sound, however, they have this American mainstream music type sound, and I like it. It's like in Spanish, but I love it. So check out Jesse and Joy. I listen to V-pop music, Vietnamese pop. I like the Vietnamese ballads, and I understand some of it because I'm Vietnamese myself. So I listen to stuff like Eric, Son Tong MTP, who else? Duc Folk? God, I can't pronounce that well. Only C, I think. So I listen to a lot of ballads. I listen to Min, I listen to, yeah, there's a lot. So if you want to listen to some V-pop, watch our V-pop reactions. Sebastian has been doing some V-pop reactions, so keep an eye out on those.
V-pop, check out my V-pop reactions, guys. Those are actually pretty cool songs. I didn't expect it. I didn't even know it existed. I also like Mexican music, some Mexican music, like Beta, B-E-T-A, all caps. I think it's aire, so that means air in English. That was a really cool song, like, and it's really like sub, you know, like no one knows about it, but they played it on the radio that I listened to here, and I was like, wow, this is really good. So check it out.
Bam LKGHG says, music genre that you can't stand. I don't really have a music genre that I can't stand. I think every single genre of music has some good in it. Every genre has something good to the table, you know? Like, they have something to offer. So I don't really have like a genre that I can't stand. Probably if you talk to me back in high school, maybe I'll say maybe like a lot of like mainstream pop music because I really disliked it. I didn't like LMFAO, like the party rock anthem. I could not stand that song. I could not stand on the Cuba Shuffle because it's so like, repetitive and stuff. So it's like I was almost closed-minded back in high school, but now it's just like if it's good, it's good. A lot of people say they hate country, but I mean, I heard some country and I'm like, it's not bad. It's good singing.
Name a music genre you can't stand. Country pop. Country pop is really bad. There's just no... I know a lot of people that like it. I'm not one of those people. It's just bad. I like country. I like pop. I don't like country pop.
I usually can't stand country music because all they talk about is beer, blue jeans, and tractors. And these are people that have never even touched a tractor or done some work, you know? So, I don't like country. Yeah, I like some country though. It's like Keith Urban has this one song, like, Blue Isn't Your Color or something. It's a pretty good song. I like the way it's produced. It's not extremely, like, annoyingly twangy.
Hi, this is JM. Hi, I wish I was creative enough to come up with some dope-ass questions for you guys. Since I'm not, I just want to know, what did you expect of K-pop before the reaction started? If it has filled your expectations or surpassed them in any way? Also, I'd like to know if you listen to some of the songs you've reacted to in your daily lives at all, and what has been your favorite song and artist so far. And I'm sorry about my grammar. You do not need to apologize, JDM. You have wonderful grammar. So I don't know what I expected, honestly. I don't really remember. I remember I had heard some K-pop songs before we started doing the reactions, and I liked them a lot. And so I was just kind of expecting it to be, you know, pop music. But I didn't quite expect it to be as all of the different artists we've listened to, for there to be as many good artists as we've heard. So that, you know, I'm kind of blown away at the amount of really good music we've heard. Oh, and if we listen to the songs in our daily lives, yeah, definitely. There have been a number of songs that I've gone back and looked up.
Jade, you're pretty funny. I'm pretty sure you're creative. Don't judge yourself too hard. All I can say is that I definitely didn't expect it to be as good as it is. You know, like, I don't know, I don't really think I had an expectation of it. I just definitely didn't expect it to be as amazing as it is, like as creative as it is. I just thought it was going to be like any other genre here. It has filled my expectations. I hadn't surpassed them. Yes, definitely. Do I listen to the song? Yeah, I listen to a lot of the songs I've reacted to in my daily life. And I already answered what my favorite artists were. I'm sorry.
What has been your favorite song artist so far? So, I don't really have a favorite at the moment. So like, Girls' Generation has always been my number one in the past few years, but I want to give like the new groups a chance. So I have like my top 4 or 5 favorite girl groups at the moment. So not in order, because like each group has something cool offer to the table in terms of looks, sound, and stuff like that. So my top 5 in no apparent order that I love is Cosmic Girls. I love Cosmic Girls, even though they're a bit generic, but I love them. They're so beautiful. They're like the cutest girls in the world. I love Blackpink. I love G-Friend. G-Friend is so good at choreography. I love Lovelies. Lovelies are awesome. And for guy groups, it's hard. Probably EXO or BTS or something like that. Anything good, honestly. Like 17 is really good too. So my favorite song, it varies every week, honestly. It really depends. I don't really have a favorite song because I'll be in this mood this week. I'll be like in an NCT 127 mood. I'm like, oh yeah, hip hop. In another week, it'll be like R&B, so I'll listen to EXO. So it really depends. Sungri Superfan says, can you share your friend's music? And thanks for watching our Q&A. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment.
Those are all the questions, and thank you guys for following us and subscribing to us and just being there for us, you know, and asking us questions.
Thank you guys so much for sending in questions for us. That's super cool of you to like participate in our channel.
Thank you for having me on YouTube here. Thank you, Kevin, for having me in Disney Hertz. Please keep up with our cover videos and reaction videos. Please subscribe, keep up with our updates, uploads.
I hope you guys support Distant Hearts, and question for you guys. Who's your bias now?